Of all the horses that leave the starting gate, more come from one place than any other. Nearly a third of all registered thoroughbreds come from the bluegrass state of Kentucky. Buyers from around the world come to Lexington for an exclusive auction, the Keeneland July Select Yearling Sale. Here, they hope to find the horse of their dreams, one that will win the Derby. And they'll pay top dollar. The record price paid for a thoroughbred was in 1984, $13.1 million.
Well, this is the most prestigious thoroughbred horse sale in the world. This is the Tiffany's of the thoroughbred industry.
In a lot of ways, it's as exciting to buy an expensive horse as it is to win the race. But I think it's the glamour, it's the setting, it's the competition. I think it is the challenge, and it is, you know, these are wealthy people and they want to do it their way.
While it's an A-list social event, first and foremost, the Keeneland July Sale is an auction. Behind closed doors during 2 days of intense bidding, more than 150 horses will go on the block. More than $63 million will trade hands.
Some have spent a lifetime preparing for tonight. And what they do, they won't do casually. They will do with emotion, and they will do with drama, but they won't do it casually.
The horses for sale are just 1 year old, called yearlings. They've never been saddled, never been on a track. These horses have never raced. Talk about a gamble.
If you were looking for the Michael Jordans of thoroughbred racing, this is where you would come to find them. But what you're looking at, Michael Jordan's in the 7th grade. And that's tough. That's tough to pick out. But that's what people are doing.
At this year's sale, top thoroughbred trainer Bob Baffert will be working for several clients, including Bob and Beverly Lewis, as well as His Royal Highness Prince Salman. Baffert will steer them to the horses he thinks has the most potential.
She's gonna be fast.
She's nice though, huh?
That's good.
The horses don't have names yet. They are listed in the program by a hip number. Before a potential buyer ever sees them, each horse is given a thorough once-over by a vet. Airways and lungs are examined with an endoscope.
They need to be able to breathe properly so they can race. That's really the bottom line.
And x-rays are taken of all their joints and placed on file for review. Then, like a model about to go out on the runway, the yearlings are prepped to look their best. The horses are bathed and groomed till they glisten. Then a special coat of polish gives their hooves a high-gloss finish. Days before Bob Baffert arrives, his team of associates screen the horses. They narrow the field of already select horses to just a handful. Then, on the day of the sale, Bob combs through the short list.
It's always better to come in here with a fresh pair of eyes, because after a while, all these horses, when you look at them a lot, they start to all look alike. Who's this?
RNA it.
Oh, this is Philly?
Yeah.
She's nice, huh?
Pretty, yeah. Nice.
Bob examines the structure of the horse. He looks for the right body type, paying particular attention to the legs. But there's no cut and dried checklist. It all boils down to experience.
There's just a little light in there. At the final choice, it's got to be that gut feeling. You have to feel good about this horse.
When Bob does spot the right horse, he plays his cards close to the vest.
Well, yeah, it's like playing poker. You know, when you look at a horse, you look at him, and I'll see something. If I get a gut feeling, there's horses, I can look at them. I like him within the first 5 seconds. He's been out a long time. I like him. I mean, I can tell. 5 seconds, and then I have to really look at them and see how their leg structures are, see how they're built. But when one really pops out at you, I'll try not to show too much emotion, but I'll walk off and I'll go, oh, I gotta get this one. This one's definitely the one.
You want to backtrack and get that one down there at Darby
Yeah, we
Dam.
better get that one. I gotta look at him. Thank you.
So much is at stake that Prince Salman has a special trick to keep his notes secret. He writes in his native language.
I write everything in my notes in Arabic, so nobody reads it. Now, I found out a couple of times there were some Arabic gentlemen, they read this stuff, so I must switch to Chinese now or something, you know.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
While the buyers prepare their strategies, behind closed doors, the Keeneland staff is getting the sales pavilion ready for the auction. Who sits where is calculated to keep the bidding going.
You have to orchestrate it a little bit. There is no mistake. It's a dinner party. I mean, you have 700 people come to dinner. You want them to sit in the right spots.
Okay, mic check. 102, 100, 100.
The principal voice of the Keeneland sale is head auctioneer Ryan Mahan.
The drama here is palpable. Sitting up there is a little bit like being a conductor of a symphony, maybe, you know, where you don't really write the music, but you channel it and you kind of push the engine a little bit. You're not responsible for the horses, but for that minute and a half, 2 minutes they're in there, you feel like they're all yours.
The night of the auction arrives. The sales pavilion fills with buyers eager to win, but reluctant to tip their hand.
There is one I'm gonna go for, and Bank of Japan and Bank of America have to merge in order to overbid me in that one.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Keeneland. Welcome to the July Selected Yearling Sale.
The parade of horses begins.
Let's go for this another 135, 140, hit 145, 145, hit 145, 145, 80, 50, 145, 50, hit 145, 50, 50, 50, 145,
Reading the subtle bids is nearly impossible. It's hard to tell who's bidding against whom. From the aisles, eagle-eyed bid spotters relay bids to the head auctioneer. Each one has his own attention-getting style.
He gets her 145,000. Thank you.
Once the gavel falls, the only sure way to find the winner of the bidding war is to follow what they call the ticket. It's the sales contract that seals the deal. And yes, mistakes do happen.
3,500,000 and did he do it?
The auctioneer recovers by backing up to the last legitimate bid.
3 million. Well, I'll be daggone. I got $1.5 million, got $2 million. I like that better. $2.5 million, if you please. You're out, you know. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
There's a lot of twitching out here. There's a lady last year that was very bored being here. Her husband was delighted to be here, and she was knitting all day. And it absolutely drove the bid spotters crazy. This went on for 4 hours.
Through 2 nights of the auction, Prince Salman places bids in his own subtle way. With a wink, a nod, waving his pen, and scratching his neck.
This colt is out of charm.
The most anticipated sale of the night is hip number 45. Appraised at $800,000 the week before, the morning of the auction it jumped to $2 million. Behind the ring, the consignment company selling the horse has high hopes.
$1 million would be beautiful. $2 million would be, you know, tongue dragging along the ground.
The bidding soars past $2 million with no sign of slowing down.
$2 million, 2, $2 million, 3, but it could 2 and 2, 3. Thank you. $2 million, 4, $2 million, 3, 4, but it could be 5. $2 million, 5. Thank you. $2 million, 6, $2 million, 5, $2 million, 6 on it. $2 million, 7, $2 million, 8 back there, gentlemen. $2 million, 7, $2 million.
The bid hits $2.7 million, and Prince Salman backs out, deciding that this time it's too rich even for his royal blood. The bidding war continues until a group from Ireland makes the final commanding offer.
How about $4 million, you see? I've got 3 in back. Give it 4. Thank you. $4 million. $4 million.
For the company representing the seller, it's the next best thing to crossing the finish line first.
It just felt unbelievable. I mean, it's a $30,000 stud fee and a $4 million return. So, you know, for our customer, it's just, you know, it's a home run. It's a grand slam. You can't beat it.
But with more than 160 horses on sale, no one goes home empty-handed.
Mitch, $3,700,000.
$1,500,000, $600,000. Mitch, get it back. $3,600,000. Thank you.
When all was said and done, Prince Salman had spent more than $4 million to buy 7 horses.
I think I just bought the best horse in the sale. She's just the best. She just stand out, and unfortunately, she went for a lot of money. She brought 2.6 million.
Good luck to you. Safe travels home.
Thank you, sir.
The beauty of this game is everybody thinks you're a genius, but nobody really knows. If you talk to every person that buys a horse after the sale, they think in their hearts they've bought the best horse in the sale, and that's the beauty of it. You know, nobody's bigger than the game. Nobody knows for sure. So all we go is by experience and gut feelings, and that's all you can go by.
The new owners will get to name their horse, But they have to play by a tight set of rules set by the Jockey Club here in Lexington. They aren't jockeys, and it's not a club, but the Jockey Club has been the governing body of the thoroughbred business in America since 1894. A horse can't even be called a thoroughbred unless it's registered in the Jockey Club's American Stud Book.
Somebody has to look out for the horse. The horse can't look out for himself when he's being named.
The Jockey Club, this is Kim Brixey calling, and you're trying to get the name CUN Winner Circle, and we're having a problem with that name.
There are 3 pages of rules just about naming your horse.
And that would run you over the 18-letter limit. So, do you want to try something else?
The name cannot exceed 18 characters. Famous names are retired. There will never be another Secretariat or Seattle Slew. Silly names are admissible. For example, Slapdoodle would be okay.
It's not a great name, but I don't see anything really wrong with it. I would see something wrong with Dirtbag or Cancer Face, which I've had come by this office. I don't think those are appropriate names, but Slapdoodle I don't have a problem with.